Well, I started here in 1983, and at the time that I began working here at Union Power, we had approximately 18,000 members. Those 18,000 members have now grown to in excess of 50,000 members. And of course, with growth has come many challenges. Technology's changed, equipment has changed, so many things that are done differently now than they were back then. Put it into perspective, how our system has grown. We now rank in the top 7% of all electric cooperatives in the nation as far as size. So our system is large and it continues to grow. Union Power is primarily a residential type system. We have about 98% of all of our members are in the residential sector, with 2% being in the commercial and industrial. But that 2% industrial and commercial is fast growing. And to illustrate that expansion and growth is the announcement recently of Dale Jarrett Ford, which relocated in the town of Indian Trail.
We worked very hard with Dale Jarrett to meet their construction deadlines, to make sure that their power needs were met so we could light this beautiful facility in Union County.
This is Dale Jarrett Ford. Started out on napkins and drawings and everything else probably 25, 26 years ago. It really started with, from the old location, a need for service, that we didn't have the service capacity to handle the vehicle sales volume that we were doing. And it expanded from just adding service bays and working areas for service into say, hey, wait a minute, while we're going to do that, let's build the whole dealership.
Our business and commercial accounts are very important to Union Power Cooperative, and what we do to work with them is make sure that they have a way to use their power more efficiently and that we can look at their overall cost and keep them to a minimum. Probably in the next 5 years, Union Power is going to see enormous growth in the commercial and residential sector, especially along the I-485 corridor.
I think it's very important that we keep an open line of communication with Union Power. Union Power will be providing the power that's necessary to carry the additional retail, office, commercial, and restaurants that we anticipate in the Idlewild Road corridor. I want to thank Union Power for being able to work with us with this.
Planning is an almost continuous process anymore for our engineering staff. They're constantly evaluating what we can do for system improvements to serve new commercial developments and also residential developments. Some of the upgrades we've made this year to our system include rebuilding our Unionville substation. Unionville substation was originally constructed in the early 1950s and no longer had the capability to provide service to the new developments in that area. We're also rebuilding our Houston substation in southern Union County. We have also, over this past year, made several major improvements to distribution lines throughout the system, and we've begun a program of replacing poles and aging wire in some of the areas of the system that are not growing as rapidly as others. I think the biggest change we've seen over the past few years has been the incorporation of technology into our operations. We've incorporated an automated call answering system that allows us to answer a lot more calls than we could do with our personnel. We've also replaced our maps in our trucks with laptop computers and electronic maps for those personnel. We also use real-time monitoring to monitor the status of equipment in our substations. I see Union Power in the next 5 years as continuing to be one of the leaders in the co-op community. With the growth that we're having now, I think we'll continue to add to our plant and still continue to incorporate technology into our operations.
The growth has impacted our job and our department through technology. People used to come up here and pay their bills or mail a bill in. Now they actually pay over the phone, over the internet, and they want us to be able to answer their questions when they call in. I think that's their biggest expectations.
One project that I'm particularly proud of is our automated meter reading project that we announced to you, our members, in 2002. That project was scheduled to be completed in mid-2004. Well, through the hard work and dedication of all of our employees, we are near completion of that project. So one area of technology that we have researched and implemented, and it will be a direct savings to you, our members.
Our automated meter reading system, or AMR as we call it, has been very successful. To date, we have installed approximately 49,500 meters with roughly 1,000 more meters to install. The meter transmits the reading to a computer located in the meter reader's vehicle as he or she drives by that residence. This assures us of an accurate reading since everything is done automatically with no manual entry involved. Our AMR project has allowed us to reduce from 10 to 2 the number of full-time meter readers it takes to read all of our meters. This is a tremendous savings.
At Union Power, it has always been and will continue to be the focus on the member. That customer is most important to us. And though we've grown in size, we still feel that we're small enough that we can have that personal relationship with our consumers, our members.
One of our main goals here at Union Power is to communicate with our members. We want to get across all the messages that we think you need and that we think you want to hear. We want to keep an open line of communication. We want you to be able to reach us, and you can call us anytime, communicate with us, and let us know your thoughts on how we're doing.
We feel it's our civic obligation, our corporate responsibility to give back to the communities in which we live. We have so many things, so many areas in which our employees participate in. They're volunteers in their church, they're volunteers in the schools. Some coach Little League Baseball, some hold elected public office. We offer Bright Ideas funding for school teachers who come up with innovative and creative ways to teach our school children.
Last year I applied for a Bright Ideas grant, and my main area of interest is reading and writing, and I knew that our students here at Crown Point were great writers, but I wanted writing to be something that every child could really experience and enjoy and have fun with. So I got on my computer and applied for the Bright Ideas grant sponsored by Union Power, and was very surprised last November when I was an award winner, and that was an exciting day for me here at school. I felt like a queen. I think we joked it was queen for a day. But the award grant allowed us to go ahead and use this program, implement this program here at Crown Point. So the children wrote, and every month anybody who turned anything in to me, their names are posted in our front hall. We have our Writers' Wall of Fame, I like to call it. The grant allowed me to buy some little incentives for the kids and recognize them every quarter. So I chose between 10 and 15 entries from every single month's prompt and compiled them in a book, published them and edited them. And we did sell them for a very small fee at the end of the year. I've used most of my Bright Ideas money up, but through the sale of the book we do have a little bit of a slush fund or an extra amount so that this project will be continued this year.
Thanks to Union Power. It has been wonderful seeing the enthusiasm that this project has tapped on every individual student in our school. Thanks to you for giving us this opportunity, and hopefully there will be lots of boys and girls all over the nation trying to implement or trying to do things like this.
Another community involvement project we have is the Relay for Life, and all benefits there go to the American Cancer Society. This year we raised $17,000. We donated a truck and sold raffle tickets and donated all that to Relay for Life. Our employees are involved, our employees' family, and anybody else who wants to join our team. One of the things we're really proud to be involved in is the Chris Justice Golf Classic. We've been involved with that now for 2 years, and it's a really great project.
The tournament got started about 3 years ago, And I always wanted to do something for Special Olympics. I just didn't know really how to get started. I had a friend of mine that sort of helped me. He had a golf course and he said, let's do a golf tournament. And after 3 years of this golf tournament, we have been able to give $120,000 to the Special Olympics programs to be divided up between just Union County and Mecklenburg County.
Today, for the second year in a row, the star of the show is here, my brother, Tad Justice.
The money we get from companies, the money we get from people, provides special opportunities for other families with their Special Olympics athletes. And even though they're kids you may never see, or kids you may never meet, or kids you might just see on television or something, the money that is donated to Special Olympics goes to make those special moments possible.
On number 16, Big Money Par 3, sponsored by Union Power. Closest to the pin, $500 cash.
There is no question this golf tournament would not be as successful as it has been without sponsorship from some of the companies in the area. Union Power, obviously one of those, and to the members, thank you for what you do, and thank you from the athletes, and thank you from the people involved in the tournament, and thank you from families like my family, because what you are willing to do with your money to help out Special Olympics athletes makes special moments possible, and we certainly appreciate it.
One thing primarily that I'm especially proud of, and that's our employees. Our employees are so dedicated, and I wish that every member could see the day-to-day activities of what each person does to make this thing work. It's a team effort, it's a family effort, and we truly feel like we're one family. But we always, I've always been extremely proud of the professionalism in which our employees display. They're dedicated, they're loyal, and they come to work every day and they do their jobs professionally. And for that, I'm personally very appreciative, as I know our board is appreciative. So my hat goes off to all employees here that makes Union Power run smoothly day in and day out.